Wagwan, everyone. I hope you're doing well. And thank you and welcome. Before I say thank you, welcome back to another stream upon Tereak Talks. Guys, it's just myself tonight. No Ed. Ed's not here. He's out. You know, it's bonfire night out in the UK. So he's out with my nephew, Jacob. Shout out, Jacob. Shout out, Seth. And shout out, Drew, too, before they all attack me for saying, why are you shouting out one and not the other? So you know what? Shout out you all. I hope you're doing well, people. Hope you're having a good time, whether you're watching it in the morning, afternoon, evening, or that's the time here, or at the night. You may be watching this afterwards. Hope you're all keeping good. Get in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, people. This is what we're trying to do. Get in there. We're trying to get there up to 200 subs before my birthday, the 20th of November. If that happens, you already know what's happening. Quiz night, and it's going to be a TTF1 football, general knowledge, you name it. I'm going to make it as fun as possible so that you guys can get involved. I'll be liaising and discussing with you guys when's the best possible time to get it sorted. But you need to do your job first. You need to do your thing. Get the channel, support, keep supporting like you already do. I'm very grateful, very appreciative of that. So thank you. It is just by myself, so you will be seeing this ugly mug. It is definitely ugly at the moment, you know, lack of trim. Yeah, you see him at my worst, YouTube. Everyone in the comments, you're seeing me at my worst. So if you can stay around for that, I know you're a loyal one because it's not a pretty watch right now. I know that hairline's all out of whack, beard patchy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm going through that ugly phase. I'm not trying to grow the beard out. I'm trying to get rid of it and just keep the little chin hairs there. But yeah, man, my barber's not here. But speaking of trims, you know I'm going to lead this. You know where it's going to, people. Come on, come on. This is brought to you by Manscape. Shout out the team over at Manscape for supporting the channel. And they've hooked you up with 20% off by using the discount code TEREAK20. And do you know what also comes at 20% off? Free worldwide shipping. Go cop yourself something from Manscaped. Birthday's coming up. And you know what? The big one. Just over a month away. It's next month. You know what it is. But not birthdays. Christmas presents need to get sorted out, people. Go use that discount code for whoever you want to use it for. It might be just yourself. They've got the Lawnmower 4.0. You've heard me preach and go on about that before. I definitely recommend it. Definitely using it for mowing the lawn, as it says, and keeping those crown jewels as fresh as possible. You got the Weed Whacker, you name it. Just go check it out in the description below. So before I get into anything, let me get into the comments because this is an interactive stream. You know what? I'm relying on you guys tonight. I'm relying on you guys to keep this going. Tish already came in with the early crew at 6:12 p.m. 12 minutes past 6. That I completely butchered that then. 12 minutes past 6 in the evening, which is not long after I set the stream up. So big up Tish, early crew. And you see me bigging up there in the comments. Big up Tish for being first. Guys, let me know what you think about the new logo too. Are you feeling it? Are you not feeling it? Do you think there's something could have been better? Just let me know. Be as open and honest as possible. If you really like it, I'll appreciate that as well. Because you know what? A lot of effort, time and effort's gone into that. Not from myself, but from other people. And myself getting it sorted. So yeah. What you saying, Team GJ7? I hope you're doing good, my bro. Seeing you in the comments as always. You're a loyal one. Appreciate you for coming in. Got Rich with the popcorn. Mama G talks. If it is a slow one for the comments tonight, I do understand. A lot of my UK viewers aren't here. So, you know, they're out celebrating Bonfire Night, the 5th of November. Do you know what? Just quickly on that one, I don't quite understand why we celebrate someone who tried to blow up Parliament. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. You historians out there, let me know. But I've waffled on enough now. We're 5 minutes in and I'm not even started up on any fixtures. So apologies for those people who just like, shut up, T, carry on. So I will now. Here we go. The first game is actually happening this evening in just over 50 minutes time from the time of recording, and that is Southampton versus Aston Villa. Big game tonight. Let's have a look at the lineups of both sides whilst we're here, because the lineups would have been announced. So we're seeing a strong Southampton team We've got James Ward-Prowse back in the midfield. We've got Shea Adams and Adam Armstrong. Adam Armstrong last week missing quite a few chances against Watford. So he's got a big point to prove tonight. We're seeing Armando Broja come back from an ankle injury, so that's important. He's been in good goal-scoring form for the Saints. Now, if we look at Aston Villa, Tyrone Mings comes back into the side, having missing Ezri Konsa because of that suspension for the red card he picked up for denial of a goal-scoring opportunity on Jared Bowen in their 4-1 defeat. So Tyrone Mings, the skipper, is back in at the back. It looks like they're playing with a 4 at the back formation, which is interesting to see because it seems like Dean Smith diverted from that 3 at the back formation, which he chose to try and make them more solid at the back to try and stop the leaking of goals that they have been conceding in recent weeks. So we'll have to wait and see because the loss of John Terry seems to be affecting Dean Smith a lot defensively. The loss of Jack Grealish is affecting Villa going forward. But as we see in that midfield, we've got the new signings of Leon Bailey and Emiliano Buendia. That's probably easier to say before I start butchering these names. Buendia and Leon Bailey, they're big signings in terms of creativity and goals. No Danny Ings. Danny Ings is out for this game. I do think he is out injured from last time that I checked. So just going into this one, not going to spend too long because it will become irrelevant soon. I'm just going to go with my predictions in early. I have gone for a Southampton win by 2-1. Ed has still put his predictions in here, and he's gone with a Southampton win by 1-0. So we've both gone for a Southampton win. Guys, get yours in the comments. I know there's not too many of you here tonight. Totally understandable. Bonfire night it is. Man like Eagle-Eyed, bro. Oh, he's bigging up Eagle-Eyed. What you saying? Nah, hat trick tomorrow. Yeah, come on. You'll see. We'll see on that one. Guys, if you are watching afterwards, make sure you do get your comments in below. If you are watching afterwards, this game will probably be done by the time you will watch. So we'll have to skip over this game. But I've gone with a 2-1 win. Ed has gone for a 1-0. We'll see. Villa might win. It might be a draw. We might get 0 points. We might get it bang on. We'll have to wait and see. But let us... Hold on. Sorry. I'm looking bummy today. I'm just looking at myself then. Sorry, people. But let's us go into the next game. And you know what it is. It's the big one. It is the big one. The game that we're all looking forward to this weekend. The early kickoff. I'm about to show it you on screen right now if you don't know. 12:30 in the UK, Manchester United versus Manchester City. What you can see in the thumbnail, the title of this video, the Manchester Derby. Massive game for both sides, really, for different reasons. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer under pressure still. Yes, they did beat Spurs in Al Sakiko, and Nuno did lose his job after that. They drew in the midweek against Atalanta with Cristiano Ronaldo saving his bacon once again. Oh, sorry for those vegans or not non-pork eaters, saving Ollie's turkey rashers in this game. So, yeah, Ronaldo saving Ollie's turkey rashers. See, even that I butchered that. And speaking of butchered, he's talking about meat and that. So, Manchester City away from home. Manchester City and Ollie, Manchester United and Ollie, apologies, people, really do seem to have City's number in this fixture in the recent seasons. Yes, I know Manchester City have won away from home, especially in the cup games, in the Carabao Cup. But Manchester United, they do generally pick up a point. And Ollie, even when he has been in worse form than this, with a worse team, do you know what? No Varane, that's a big miss for Manchester United. For Man City, there's not that big of an injury news that I've seen. I'm going to have a look right now as we speak. But yeah, when I last checked, I didn't see anything big in terms of injuries. I know the big one is for Manchester United with Varane being missing for a month, which with the international break will be about 2 weeks. Pogba is also missing with a 3-match ban. Victor Lindelof will be monitored and he might not be back either. So will Manchester United be able to play with their 3 at the back formation? Aymeric Laporte, he's someone that's going to be missing. So it looks like John Stones will be coming in. Obviously, picking up that red card Aymeric Laporte did against Crystal Palace on Wilfred Zaha. So, yeah, we may see John Stones come in. City will assess Carl Walker, who was substituted against Club Bruges on Wednesday after suffering what manager called, Pep Guardiola, a kick on his foot, so maybe some bruising. I think he'll be back for this game. But do you know what? I've gone for a bit of a surprising result here. I think Manchester City will Manchester United will nick a result in here, and I think they'll grab a draw, and that'll be enough to keep Ollie at the job for up until after Christmas. Ed has gone for a Manchester City win by 3-0. Guys, what is your thoughts in the comments? Afterwards, watching this, make sure you try and get them in as soon as you're watching. It will be interesting. We will be tallying them up. So, yeah, big game there. The one that we're looking forward to. And the reason why I've gone for a 1-1, I think that the lack of striker for Manchester City is a big factor in this. A lack of a clinical goal scorer. Manchester United will play pragmatically in this game. They won't make the same mistake that they did under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, in my opinion. So, I just think they might grab something out of this. I think they will grab a result. Guys, let me know your thoughts as well. I may be wrong. I'll be proven wrong in less than 24 hours' time. We'll see. We'll see if I will be. But in terms of the next game, we have... let me get that off right now. Oh, man, I'm having an absolute nightmare here. Sorry, people. Very unprofessional of me. Trying to get the fixtures up now. And the next game is Brentford versus Norwich at the Brentford Community Stadium. Let me get that on. This is also on Saturday. This is the first of the 3 o'clock kickoffs that we'll be discussing. Brentford versus Norwich, 2 promoted sides from last season. Interesting. I think this is the first time that both teams have ever met in the Premier League. Well, it would be because Brentford haven't been in the Premier League before. Relegation threatened Norwich, probably the worst team in the league in this fixture. And Brentford, who have been impressive throughout the start of the season, started to lose a few games, not looking as good as they did at the start. Brian Mbeumo, who was an unused substitute last weekend, should be fit to start because of a hamstring issue. Christopher Ajer faces at least 6 weeks out with a similar injury, while Yohan Wissa and Shandon Baptiste are still sidelined. So big injury issues there, especially in the defence. Yohan Wissa, who we know, as we've seen this season, coming off the bench, being a impact substitution, picking up results in the victory against West Ham, and previously to that, the draw against Liverpool. Norwich City captain Grant Hanley has been ruled out with an adductor muscle problem, and Ozan Kabak is a major doubt due to glandular fever. And speaking of someone who has previously had glandular fever, that can affect you for a long period of time, you know. So yeah, what I mean by that, he may come back in the next week, but that will affect in terms of fatigue and for a number of months, because it is a viral infection, you know, like as we've seen with the long, due to the pandemic. I can't say the words. One of the long symptoms of that, we've seen like the likes of Alan St. Maximin, Jamal Lascelles, and other players too. Ben Gibson is available after the bad, and Todd Cantwell, Sam Byram, and Christoph Zimmer all remain injured. To me, none of those news affects the results and what I think that's going to change. And I've gone with a Brentford win by 2-0. And Ed has gone with the exact same scoreline there. Let me see what everyone else is saying in the comments. The big one, I'm saying 3-1 City, says Jay. I'll hold you on that one because we haven't got too many people watching at this moment. I think I'm going to have to go with that one, you know, Jay, for the TTF. And we've got United third, but big up yourself, T. Bless up my G. Thank you for popping in, and thank you for bigging myself up. Big up yourself, man. And thank you for that. Appreciate that, my bro. Always love showing through the community, and that's why I love this community a lot. So, yes, into the next game, and the next fixture we do have is Chelsea versus Burnley at Stamford Bridge. 3 o'clock kickoff again. Chelsea in a very good run of form, winning 3-0 away to Newcastle. Burnley picking up the form themselves. Let me get that banner off the screen. Sorry, we're not talking about that fixture anymore. So both teams in good form going into this one after scoring 3 goals and picking up and winning their last game. So yeah, interesting there. I think everybody knows who the favourites are for this game. It is definitely Chelsea. But let me bring you some injury and team news as we're at it. Chelsea midfielder Mason Mount is back in training after missing successive games because of a wisdom tooth problem, but will be assessed ahead of the game. Romelu Lukaku, Timo Werner and Mateo Kovacic are out, along with Marcos Alonso. He picked up an ankle injury in the Champions League in midweek. So we know who's starting there. FPL people, it's already locked in. You're too late now if you haven't made your changes, because there is a game happening on Friday. You'd have to make it already. I've gone with Ben Chilwell, so that's positive news of that. Burnley winger Aaron Lennon has been ill and will be assessed ahead of the trip to Stamford Bridge. Long-term absentee Dale Stephens remains out with an ankle injury. None of that news changes what I've gone for in this game. Yes, I have gone with the Chelsea win, but by 2-1. I think it'll be closer because I'm just trying to go. Everyone's gone for a Chelsea win. I hope they do get a clean sheet because I've got 2 Chelsea defenders in there, unless Thiago Silva and Ben Chilwell score or get me bonus points somehow. I'm just going with a 2-1 though, because I'm just trying to be different, you see. Ed's gone with a 3-1, but he's actually gone for Burnley to score this weekend after everything he said last week and the week before that. Burnley just don't see them grabbing a goal in this game, but he sees them grabbing a goal against Chelsea, who have one of the best defensive records in the league. So that's interesting to see. Let me see what the comments have gone for, though. We got Casey. Guess who's back? Casey's back to the tune of Eminem Shady's back. You know how it is already, Casey. Can't be singing it too much. Might get a copyright strike. He's gone with a Brentford 2, Canaries 0. That's the exact same that I did. But he's gone with Chelsea 4, Clarets 0. Havertz hat-trick. That's a big shout. I think you must have Havertz in your fantasy team, Casey. That's probably why you've gone with that one. But yeah, everyone's gone for a Chelsea win. And I'm sure those of you watching, unless we have any Burnley fans, I think it's also going to be a Chelsea win up too. I think Burnley fans, realistically, they'll go for that. But let me go into the next game now. Let me just get this off the screen so that we can make it nice and clear. This is one of the most interesting games of the weekend for me. Crystal Palace versus Wolves at Selhurst Park. We know we got a big Palace community up in here. Shout out Eagle Eye Football. Yeah, that's the reason why he's brought all the Palace fans along. And do you know what? This is interesting because obviously, if you didn't know, I live in Wolves, so not too far from the stadium. So I do have a bit of an affinity with Wolves, even though I did grow up in West Brom, so I probably shouldn't really be saying that. And I had a season ticket at the West Brom. But yeah, because I don't really I'm not that much tied to one team. I don't mind. To be honest, I want to see both teams in the Premier League. It just means more games that I can get to go to, more Premier League games, and more chances to see Arsenal. So yeah, interesting game for this one. 2 very well performing teams, even when they haven't picked up the results throughout the season, but are picking up their form in recent games. Crystal Palace midfielder Eberichi Eze has recovered from a long-term Achilles injury, but this weekend will come too soon for a first-team return. We may see him on the bench. He may get a couple minutes or so. Fullback Nathan Ferguson remains sidelined with a similar problem. For Wolves, defender Fernando Marçal remains out with an ankle injury, but should be back after the international break. Willy Bolly, who is yet to play in the league this season, is pushing for some time on the pitch after being an unused substitute against Everton on Monday. Willy Bolly, that's interesting, because what we've seen with him being out of the team, is he going to be a big part on the Bruno Lage's side? Because, Willy Bolly, he was key for Nuno. I thought he was one of the best centre-backs in the league in his first season. Struggled of late and struggled in the past season or two because of injuries, because of picking up that illness. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Bruno brings him back into the side. Does he see him a key figure? Because his team, his first 11, and in particular his defence, seems quite settled at this moment in time. Pedro Neto, Johnny and Bruno Jordão are all still sidelined. So, yeah, we're not going to see Pedro Neto yet, or Bruno Jordão, which is similar to Eberichi Eze, which is one of the similarities that I've drawn up in this game. Not just how exciting, the contrast from the previous managers, Nuno and Roy Hodgson, playing their pragmatic football at Crystal Palace and Wolves, or at Wolves and Crystal Palace respectively. Moving on into Patrick Vieira and Bruno Lage. in a much more progressive style, much more entertaining and pleasing on the eye, which has brought a lot of credit and praise from both fan bases for their respective teams, even when the results haven't been there to show for it. So in this game, though, what I've gone for an entertaining 2-2 draw. I think that's what's going to happen. I think both sides defensively, they don't look as solid. Even though Crystal Palace did travel away to Man City and grab a clean sheet. However, they do have a mistake in there at the back. Even Vicente Guaita, VG himself, I had to put that little bit of Spanish accent on there. He committed a big error, which led to a disallowed goal, just about offside from Phil Foden, who assisted it and put it to the back post. So I do see both sides having an error inside them, both goalkeepers especially. So I do think there's going to be goals. I've gone with the 2-2. Ed, he's backing his team. He's backing his Wolverhampton Wanderers. If you guys haven't checked that out, go check out Eagle Eye Football. You'll see Rich, you'll see Nate, you'll see Jordan, all up in there alongside Ed, standing and giving them that lowdown on Wolves. And he's backing his team. He's backed his team in this one. He's gone with a 2-1 victory. Let me see what the chat is saying. We're getting more people coming in, and they're coming in right now. Jay, course, man, he's going with a 3-2 Palace or the Palace. You going to the game, Jay? Have you been to, apart from the Brighton one, have you been to any more Palace games this season? Chalk it down. I have, Havertz. I knew you did. He's gone with a 2-2. KC, great minds think alike. You said with a 2-2 on that one. You said with the Brentford Canaries. I see where you're going there. What's Wolves' nickname? It's Wolves, isn't it? But okay. It's Wolves. That's their nickname. Do you know what? It's pretty basic. Like, do you know, like how you have Brentford, the Bees, the Canaries for Norwich? So yeah, it is just Wolves. Yeah, that's what it is. Hello. Nice to see you, Grace. How we doing, people? How we all doing, people? I'm doing good, Grace. Hope you're keeping well yourself. Are you watching this from home? Are you at the fireworks display, the local one near you? You should be, because you know, you was at the fair the other week. But he's quite cold, so I don't blame you. And if you're not, stay here. Bolly is better than Harry. Ooh, I'm nearly 7 weeks without 47. Yo, that's what I like to see. 47 days. Big up Alan. Big up Casey. Casey's back and he's continuing his fight against cigarettes. Big him up on that one. Anyone else who is in that battle, you may be watching. You know what? Take inspiration from Casey, because he's someone who struggled as well. He's been a smoker for years. I'm sure he won't mind me saying that. So do you know what? Big up Casey. You can do it. And Casey, you might need to give these people some tips, you know, and what you've done, the struggles that you've been through, because you know what, the Tereak Talks community, we can all learn. We have to be open. So yeah, big up Casey. Congratulations on that one. So yeah, so Jay's gone with a 3-2. Casey's gone with a 2-2. I've gone with a 2-2 as well. And you know what? Ed's gone with a 2-1. Hey, bro, how are you? Nice to see you there, Tyler. Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you can keep him well, my bro. So, yeah, let me know your predictions, Tyler, for the games coming up on the weekend. We are on the Crystal Palace Wolves one, but we're going to move on to the next one as I'm speaking, and that is into the 5:30 kickoff of Brighton and Hove Albion. Apologies for you Crystal Palace fans out there watching. I may have sworn. Let me get that one off the screen so you can see. Brighton against Newcastle on a 5:30 kickoff at the Amex Stadium. Brighton obviously having a great start to the season. Complete opposite of Newcastle, who have got their new manager, Eddie Howe. I'm not sure if he'll be in charge of this game. I'm not too sure about that, but I will be bringing you team news for that one as we are speaking. So Brighton will assess the fitness of defender Dan Burn, who missed the draw at Anfield with a knee problem. Forward Aaron Connolly could be fit after a minor heel injury, but Danny Welbeck and Stephen Alzate remain long-term absentees. Newcastle United's head coach, Graham Fitt, has a fully fit squad to choose from, apart from injured defender Paul Dummett. So that answers my question right there. It will be Graham Jones in charge for this last game before the appointment of Eddie Howe is. I don't know if it's made official. I've not been in the news, which is poor from me, especially from a content creator in football. So I should be keeping myself in the loop. Freddie Woodman is available after a muscle problem, but it'll be interesting to see whether we'll continue with Carl Darlow in goal. that's one position that they are stacked in and have good quality in Newcastle in the goalkeeper position. But in terms of this game, I have gone with a Brighton win by 2-0. Palace fans, you won't be liking to hear that. But I do think that Graham Potter will work his magic, and Newcastle, there's such a big problem there in that squad. Eddie Howe's got a big job on his hands, whatever manager takes that job. We've seen Unai Emery reject it, but Ed has gone for a 0-0 draw, which will be a good result for Newcastle. Not so great for Brighton. Wouldn't mind that because Sanchez is my goalkeeper in FPL, so that means clean sheet points. Let me see what the chat is saying right now. At home, Mr. Stafford's home for the weekend. Oh, fair enough. Big up, Dad. Big up, Mr. Stafford. Manchester United 0, Man City 5. Sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's coming from a Manchester United fan too, so that's not great. No, not going to this game, unfortunately, but going to most after Christmas. There you go, man. Hope you enjoy it. Make sure you get yourself wrapped up, man. It will be freezing at that time. Palace versus Wolves sounds like a good one to get. Yep, sounds like a good game. You are right. He's gone with a 2-1, so that's the first game in a while that you've gone for a different scoreline. Same result, though. Eddie Howe just won't know what to do with all that money. Do you know what, though, Katie? Eddie Howe spent a lot of money in his time, you know. He spent a lot of money at Bournemouth. Dom Solanke, Jordan Ibe, just to name a few. There's been plenty more. Jefferson Lerma, they didn't get for cheap. He spent a lot of money on quite a few flops. Don't sleep on Eddie Howe. I'm sure there's more if you let me know in the comments, people. But Tyler's gone for a different one here. He's gone for a Newcastle win by 2-1. Interesting shout there, Tyler. If you do get that right, you're getting a big shout out on Monday's review show, so stay tuned for that. Either Monday or Tuesday, can't confirm it yet. Busy man, aren't I? But yeah, we'll let you know. Conte at Spurs, by the way, we will get into that. Katie, that's what I'll call you, Katie then. Grace, yeah. FA Cup on this weekend. Yes, it is. It's the first round, isn't it? If I'm correct, it's the first official round. Well, when I mean official, not the preliminary round. So yeah, it always happens in November. Always an interesting watch to go watch your local team, which your local non-league club or lower league club that will be participating in that. I've never played in the first round, Tyler, so it'd be interesting to see. I probably know some people who are playing, but just can't think off the top of my head. And we'll go on into the next game. And this is the first of the Sunday fixtures. It is, my boys, Arsenal against Watford. Apologies if you can hear the fireworks outside. There's nothing I can do about that. But if you can't, that's great. And don't mind me speaking there. But it is Arsenal against Watford at the Emirates Stadium in a 2:00 kickoff. This one is on TV in the UK. It's on Sky Sports. Interesting one. Obviously, Arsenal coming in as the hot favourites in this game. As you can imagine, I want Arsenal to win. Do I expect Arsenal to win? It's a different story because you know what I should do, given the form that we're in. But let me go into the team news first. Arsenal defender Kieran Tierney has returned to training following an ankle injury. And manager Mikel Arteta is hopeful that Scott will be available. That will be interesting to see after Nuno Tavares his form in the last few games. The only absentee confirmed by Arteta, who takes charge of his 100th game, which is very interesting because David Moyes, who he played under, is taking charge of his 1000th game today. So that just shows the levels in experience, which is not from his counterpart for this weekend, but just shows you the lack of experience Arteta does have compared to some Premier League managers. His midfielder, Granit Xhaka. So I kind of waffled on that one. The only guaranteed absentee is Granit Xhaka. So Arsenal have a lot of players fit, which is good to see. Not used to seeing it as an Arsenal fan, but maybe the lack of European football is a big factor there. Watford defenders Francisco Serrata and Kiko Femenia have resumed training after respective thigh and hip problems. Forward Emmanuel Dennis is available after serving a one-match ban. Ken Sema and 18-year-old Kwadwo Bar are ruled out after suffering injuries during the week, while Christian Cabezela and Peter Adebo remain sidelined. So quite a few injuries for Watford there. I didn't know that. So I might have to change my prediction, but you know what? I'm sticking my neck out on the line. I think Arsenal are going to draw this. I think my boys in red and white are going to draw this one. You guys are like, well, what? Why are you going for an Arsenal draw against Watford? I'm preparing myself for some inconsistencies, people. I am trying to prepare myself as much as possible. Yes, we should win this. However, that young squad, I know it may sound like excuses to some of you, but when you have a young manager, young squad, relying on young players to perform in, week out, sorry, doesn't cut it in my opinion. It's not just young players, it's the lack of experience. I'm sounding like a bit like Alan Hansen now. You can't win anything with kids. You don't. Nah, that's a horrific Alan Hansen accent. It's probably more northern, not northern enough. So yeah, apologies for that one. But I've gone for an Arsenal draw by 1-1. That makes no sense. But yeah, I'm hoping that we win. I'm hoping that I'm wrong. What has Ed gone for? Ed has gone for a 3-1 Arsenal win. I hope you're right about that. Maybe keep a clean sheet if you can, please, because I do have Gabriel at the back and I have Aubameyang. I was about to captain him, but I bottled it. I went for Salah. So we're going to have to see there. Let me see what the comments are going for right now. Right, I'm off to see this fireworks. See you tomorrow, T. Have a good one. Grace, last-minute plans. 2-1 Arsenal, as much as I hate to say. That was okay to put him in charge of that lolly. I don't know if he's fit for the Magpies. Jay coming up with a banter scoreline there, 5-0 Watford. I'm not going to bite, all right, man? I ain't biting on that, bro. Gunners 2-1 against Hornets. I hope you're right. I'll take a 2-1 win. Nah, there he is now, joke 3-1. Same as Ed there. Arsenal up for a title. No, Casey. No way. Not happening, okay? A draw at home against a team in a relegation battle. Shocking from UT. Yeah, I hope that we'll win. I will be doing a watch long for that game, so we'll have to wait and see. But you know what? I'm trying to put a realistic head on. I think we will drop points against teams that we should do. I'm preparing myself for that. I think we'll drop points against teams we should beat. Like, on paper, we should beat Crystal Palace. But they outperformed us and we was lucky to get a draw in that game. Watford are very dangerous away from home. And I think they are a team that is set up to compete away from home. I don't think Arsenal are there yet. If we basically, Jay, my point is, if we won the games that we're meant to win, the top four, are Arsenal top 14? Do you think Arsenal are top 14? No. So if you don't think that Arsenal are top 14, that means we're expected to drop. That means we're gonna drop points in these types of games. You get what I'm saying? Because if you calculated it, if we looked in the league now, yeah, and I'm just gonna quickly run through this. If we beat these teams that we're meant to beat, so Norwich, Newcastle, Burnley, Leeds, Watford, Villa, Southampton, Palace, Brentford, Leicester, Everton, Brighton, Wolves, and then Tottenham, and then every other team, if we lose to Manchester United, draw against West Ham, lose to City, lose to Liverpool, lose to Chelsea, we're still going to get top four because those teams are going to drop points. So it's the Premier League. I've gone on too long on why I think Arsenal may get a draw. I'm surprised you went against Arsenal. I'm not literally a stubborn man. I don't look through rose-tinted glasses when I look at Arsenal. I try and take my emotion out of it and see. I'm not being pessimistic either. I just see that this Arsenal team lacks consistency. And if we do draw this one, in terms of my prediction, I'll be right. And then people can't go against me and say, yeah, Arsenal fans getting too far gassed. Because I predicted we get a draw. But if we win, I'm going to be gassed. So yeah, the next, Tyler's gone in early on that one. He's gone in way too soon. But yeah, Ed's gone with a 3-1 victory. The next game that we have on Sunday is the new manager himself who picked up his first win for Spurs. Antonio Conte is away to Everton at Goodison Park in the 2 o'clock kickoff. So interesting games there. Both Arsenal and Spurs kicking off at the same time. Interesting. Antonio Conte is going to get that new manager bounce. That usually happens, especially with a world-class manager like Antonio Conte himself. Be interesting to see, but Everton haven't been in the best of form. Let me bring you some injury news and team news for both sides. Everton striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin and midfielder Abdoulaye Doucouré remain on the sidelines. Andre Gomez and Yerry Mina are also out. I don't know why I'm putting on these accents today. I had a coffee. I'm not going to lie. So I'm a bit giddy, a bit excited. Trust me, guys, it is coffee, nothing else. But Luca Dean is fit and available. Tottenham head coach Antonio Conte will be without left wing back Ryan Sessegnon for the first Premier League game in charge of the club. Let's say Winger Brian Hill is a doubt because of a thigh injury that has ruled him out for successive matches. So no big players missing for Spurs in this game. However, Calvert-Lewin and Doucouré are huge in what Rafa Benitez is trying to build through the attack and midfield. And Doucouré has been going forward a lot more this season. So for me, I've gone with a Spurs win. I don't like to say Spurs winning on a weekend. I've gone for Spurs winning on a weekend where Arsenal won't. 3-1. I think Spurs will concede defensively. Conte's got a lot to do. But with Son, Kane, Lucas, I was tempted to put Lucas in my fantasy team. I've said it now. You guys can hold me accountable. And laugh at me if Lucas goes and has a stormer of a weekend. But Head has gone for a 2-0 Spurs win. So we've both gone with a Spurs win with a 2-goal margin. Excuse me. Sorry. So, yeah. Let me see what you guys are going in the comments right now. Arsenal top 17, maybe top 4. So top 4 is a big shout, man. Yeah, I do see us as a top 7 team. I do think we will. I think we'll finish as high as 5th. I think that's the highest we'll get if things go our way. Arsenal couldn't win an argument. Never mind a football match. Casey. It's not the time to be bantering Arsenal fans. We're level on points with you. We'll see after this weekend. Toffees 2, Spurs 2. Casey, I hope you're right. I hope Conte does drop points. That'll be interesting. And yeah, I just hope that Kane and Son don't score either. How comes you're not out, bro? But me personally, I don't even like the fireworks. like fireworks like that. Do you know why, Jay? One, because I enjoy doing these streams. I'd much rather do these streams than watch the fireworks. And two, the biggest reason of all, it is freezing cold, bro. It is so cold. I don't enjoy the fireworks because of that reason. This time of the year, yes, it's all pretty. It's nice to look at. But when you're out there freezing, shivering, you got your coats on, your socks. And for me, it's the hands, nose, and socks. They're the ones that get cold the most. Everything else, I'll wear a jumper. I'll probably wear thermals. Probably wear like 3 layers on top. Some joggers and all shorts underneath. And then it's even when I wear the thick socks, and then you're getting all your clothes dirty and wet, and then you can't wear no trainers because you're wearing like your mashed ones. And yeah, man, I'm not feeling it for real. You agree with me? Yo, I can't even stand the cold playing football, let alone standing there just to watch some fireworks. I know I sound grumpy, like a grumpy old man right now, but yeah, man, that's not for me. But yeah, enjoy yourself. You must be smoking. Nah, I ain't smoking nothing, man. I don't do that. Nothing in the chest. See that? All clear. And I do have allergic asthma as well. Sorry, I need a drink. That's what I do need. I can feel my mouth frothing. Yeah, couple more games to go. We only got 2 more games. And then I'll wrap up the stream. Because I've got to jump on another one. Catch me on EGTV. Igal, you may know him as an Arsenal fan. I am on there doing an Arsenal-Watford preview. But let me move on into the next game. And that is Leeds versus Leicester. This penultimate, well, not the penultimate, the final 2 o'clock kickoff. The penultimate game of the weekend. Big one there. Leeds at Ellen Road against Leicester, who picked up a draw. Jamie Vardy missing a penalty. Yesterday against Spartak Moscow, picking up a 1-1 draw, which leaves them 3rd in the table, by the way. So that's quite big. But in terms of team, and which is a good news, and Leicester have a bit of a mountain to climb there, with some difficult fixtures away to Napoli to come. So we'll have to see how they do there. At home to Legia Warsaw. I think that's, the last 2 games. So they're going to have to pick up, I think, wins in both if they're going to progress there. But in terms of the team news, Leeds head coach Marcelo Bielsa is once without injured trio of Patrick Bamford, Luke Ayling and Robin Koch. However, YouTube, don't do me dirty there. No, Drew, I didn't swear. Jamie Shackleton and Junior Fairpole may be available, while Adam Forshaw is close to a return. Leicester defender Ricardo Pereira is expected to be fit despite missing Thursday's Europa League game with Spartak Moscow with a hamstring issue. James Justin, Wesley Fofana and Mark Albrighton are all out. So in this game, this is what I have gone for. Leicester win by 2-1. Even though they have Europa League football, they're coming off of a disappointing result. And we know how Europa League can affect teams on a Sunday game with that short turnaround. I just think Leeds have been poor this season. And with those injuries, missing a big player like Patrick Bamford, who's their goal scorer and a creator too, and also helps Rafinha going forward. I think they're going to struggle again. Luke Ayling, big player for them too, with Robin Koch, who is a big player defensively, who suffered with injuries since signing for Leeds since last summer. So, yeah, he's not really picking up his form, picking up a run of games, which is going to be at the detriment of Leeds. But, yeah, I just think that Leicester are going to win this one. They're going to bounce back. Jamie Vardy, with how Leeds play, Marcelo Bielsa, relegation threatened Leeds. Not too impressed with him. Ed's also gone for a Leicester win, but he's gone by 1-0. He's gone for a clean sheet there. Arsenal are up there with Man United. I better stop bantering. It will come back to haunt me. You know it, Casey. Be careful, man. When we overtake you this weekend by either a draw, for the predictions that I've gone for, we're not going to overtake you. But if we do, be careful. He's gone with a Leeds one, Foxes one. So he's gone for a... Did you ever smoke, Tereak? I thought you said, did you ever smile? No, I didn't. Casey, nah, never smoked. 22 coming 23 in 2 weeks tomorrow. No smoke, man. Thankfully, ain't been smoking. So yeah, man. That's what. But that I have asthma, and it's allergic asthma. So yeah, stayed away from it. From people in my family, they've smoked and they've spoken about it. So I've learned from their mistakes. Hey Tish, hope you're doing good. Thank you for popping by. What transfers did you make this week? Only Gabriel for Matip. I had Matip at my back, but Matip's not been playing, so I put Gabriel in. I needed someone. It costs the same money, so I've not saved money or I've not spent more money. It's the exact same, and I needed someone that's going to play every week, really. And Arsenal look all right defensively this season, but Henk, he's caught the C word. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you're keeping well, Henk. Thank you for joining, though. But I hope that you get better soon. Guys, send out your best wishes and prayers for Henk in the chat. I can't read it all out. But yeah, Robin, yeah. Can you pronounce that again? But yeah, guys, into the last game of the weekend. Let me show that. Let me show that for you right now. That is West Ham United against, sorry, let me just get this off the screen. West Ham United versus Liverpool in the London Stadium. A big game for this one. West Ham sitting in fourth. Liverpool unbeaten to the start of the season. Is Liverpool's unbeaten streak gonna get broken? That was horrific English right there. Apologies for that one. Are West Ham going to break that undefeated run for Liverpool in the league? Are they going to hand them their first loss? Or will Liverpool carry on that by getting a draw? But even better, grabbing a win. Let me bring you the injury news for West Ham. West Ham will monitor Andrei Yarmolenko and Nikola Vlasic, who both missed the draw with Genk through injury. So they're two squad players. That's interesting. They may have started that game if it wasn't for injury. For the injury, so it'll be interesting to see how the Hammers do line up in this game and how they will react. Will they be tired? Will they be lacking energy? However, the Hammers made 7 changes for Thursday's game, so there you go. That answers my question right there. We'll recall key players such as Lukasz Fabianski, Thomas Souček, Pablo Fornals, and Jarrod Bowen. Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp expects Firmino to be missing for more than 4 weeks after injuring his hamstring against Atletico Madrid. So that's interesting. Madrid, because Firmino missed because of injury at the start of the season. So he's picked up another one there. James Milner and Naby Keita are also sidelined by hamstring problems. Jurgen Klopp hopes Curtis Jones, who suffered a scratched eye in training on Tuesday, will return after the international break. But this match also comes too soon for Joe Gomez, who is nearing a comeback from a calf injury. Thiago could make his first league appearance for 7 weeks after returning from an injury as a substitute in Wednesday's Champions League win. So this is interesting here. In terms of this game, this is a big one. I've gone for a Liverpool win by 3-1. Come on, Salah. Don't fail me. I captained you. Don't fail me. Ed's also gone by Liverpool win. Let me see what the comments are saying. Casey's gone with a 4-2 Liverpool win. Interesting game. Thankfully that you're asymptomatic. Grace, now she's gone to watch the fireworks. But Tish has gone for a 5-0 Liverpool win. Wow, that's a big one. And against a very good West Ham team, by the way. Know-how, nice to see you in the building. T, when's the trim booked? Priorities, matey. My barber is not in the country. So I'm going to have to go elsewhere. I'm going to have to. But you know what? My main reason is I'm thinking to leave it, let it grow out, and then get a haircut closer to my birthday. So probably let it grow out another week, over a week, nearly 2 weeks, and then get it cut on the Friday before my birthday. So on the 19th of November. That's what I'm saying. It will get worse. It will get looking worse on from here. So yes, people, that concludes the Premier League roundup. So let me just run through the predictions that we've gone for again, just so that it's nice and clear. So it makes it easier for you guys who have joined late. I've gone with a Southampton win by 2-1. Ed's also gone with a Southampton win by 1-0. I've gone with a Man United draw against Man City, so a 1-1 draw at Old Trafford for that game. Ed's gone for a 3-0 Manchester City win. Brentford to win 2-0, which is the exact same as Ed against Norwich. I've gone with the Chelsea win by 2-1. Ed's gone by 3-1. Crystal Palace 2-2. That's what I've gone for against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Ed's gone with a 2-1 win for his Wolves side. Brighton win by 2-0 against Newcastle, whereas Ed's gone for a draw. Arsenal to draw 1-1. That's what I've gone for. Big shout there. Whereas Ed's gone for an Arsenal 3-1 win. I've gone for a 3-1 win for Spurs away to Everton. And Ed's gone for a 2-0 win for Spurs. I've gone for a 2-1 win to Leicester away at Ellen Road. And Ed's gone for a 1-0 win. And the final game, I've gone for a 3-1 Liverpool win, whereas Ed's gone for a 2-0 Liverpool win. So, guys, that wraps it up. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Let me just chat to you people before I cut off and go. Hold on. Let me get the comments back up. Sorry about that. Lewis has a great bonfire celebration. Does it? Where is that? Ed, let it grow out till you hit 200 subs. I joined late. That's okay, Rich. Don't worry about that. Smash the like button, people. Tereak, you'd make a great barber. You're not the first person I've said that. So, yes. I would make a great barber. I'm joking. I can't say that. Ed, I did cut Ed's hair during the peak of lockdown. And no, I forgot. I left it downstairs. I was in a rush trying to get this stream sorted. Sorting Mum out with the printer. Basically, I was late to the stream by a couple of minutes because there was a printer issue with Mum. So, yeah, sorry. Had to sort that out. Eagle, make sure you bag a hat-trick tomorrow. He's out for 2 weeks, unfortunately. So, yes, I thank you, Tish, for that mug. Guys, I will show you that mug. And, guys, if you're interested in a Tereak Talks mug, let me know in the comments after this video because I might be able to sort you guys something out on that one. Stay tuned. Just let me know, though. But, yeah, I will show it you tomorrow in tomorrow's watch-along for Manchester United versus Manchester City. But, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up there. Thank you very much for joining. It's a shorter one. I don't have my bro Ed with me to be handing those stats. So, yeah, I will catch you tomorrow for tomorrow's watch-along, Manchester United versus Manchester City. And then, you know what, Sunday, Arsenal versus Watford for that game. And I may do a West Ham versus Liverpool. Maybe. We'll see how that goes. Catch you later, people. Have a good one. Enjoy your Friday night and peace. Or if you're watching this at a different time in a different time zone, enjoy your Friday or Saturday, wherever time it is now. Peace.